I think we're all a little disappointed by Starfield's no-show at the Xbox showcase, and then again at Gamescom. Bethesda's been quiet, maybe too quiet, but instead of guessing at what's next, let's talk about something we can measure: the health of the modding community. And the numbers tell a very clear story. Starfield's modding scene isn't just alive, it's thriving. To see just how much life there is in this community, let's compare Starfield's growth to one of the all-time greats, Morrowind. In just 1 month, Starfield gained 6.6 million mod downloads. Morrowind, 1.8 million. That's nearly 4 times faster. And it's not just downloads. Starfield added 200 new mods in that same time span, double what Morrowind saw. Now, I'm not showing last month's numbers here because I don't want to overload you with charts, but if you want a full deep dive, I'll link my last video in the card above. That tells us the big picture for Nexus Mods, but here's the thing: Starfield's modding community is split. So let's take a look at what's happening on Creations, starting with some cosmetic mods that pull new players into the community. One of the most popular starting points is the Starborn Gravis Suit. Back in July, it averaged around 80,000 plays a day. A month later, it's closer to 95,000. That's nearly a 20% jump in daily engagement. And it makes sense. The Gravis Suit is a cosmetic, easy to install, and doesn't touch achievements. It's the perfect way for new players to dip their toes into the modding pool without worrying about load orders or conflicts. These lightweight mods are the gateway. They show how Creations draws new players into the ecosystem. And once they're comfortable, many start exploring deeper. And sometimes, instead of dipping the toe, a mod makes a cannonball splash. Let's talk about Deimog. Then there are the Cannonball Splash mods. Deimog is a free vehicle that comes with a rocket launcher, and many players compare it to the Halo Warthog. The results speak for themselves. Deimog doesn't just meet its lifetime daily average, it consistently soars above it, peaking at over 27,000 plays in a single day. Why? It's free, it's fun, and it taps into nostalgia. It's the kind of mod that everyone wants to try at least once, and the numbers prove just how much buzz a single high-impact release can generate. But not every mod is just about flashy fun. Some are designed to tell stories, and those follow a different pattern. Watchtower had a large launch, and that can be seen by its lifetime daily average of around 40,000 plays. Throughout the week, it was trending under that lifetime average, but peaking above it on the weekends. That pattern shows why Watchtower is holding on. Its added gameplay mechanics like new enemies and orbital strikes are keeping it in load orders and helping it cling tightly to its initial hype. And while quest mods expand the narrative, overhauls go deeper, reshaping the way people play the game entirely. Premium overhauls tell another story. DarkStar, a $10 gameplay overhaul, and Galactic Harvest, an $8 Outpost overhaul, both show the same pattern: weekday lulls and weekend surges. These are the weekend warriors, players who carve out time for the bigger mods that change how Starfield is played. DarkStar reshapes combat and progression, while Galactic Harvest expands outpost systems with new structures and mechanics. Different audiences, same rhythm. Players saving their deep dives for when they have time. But price doesn't just change how often people play. In some cases, it splits the audience entirely. Bedlam Dungeon Randomizer is a fundamental mod. It tackles one of Starfield's biggest pain points: repetitive procedural generation. By randomizing enemy positions and adding reinforcements, or even swapping in whole enemy factions, it keeps points of interest fresh and unpredictable. And the numbers show its appeal. The free version soars well above its lifetime daily average, with 8 to 10,000 plays a day. The achievement-friendly version, priced at $3, higher than the typical $1 most authors charge for an achievement-friendly edition, creeps along at 1,300 plays daily. That difference highlights how pricing reshapes engagement. Free versions pull in the masses, while higher-priced achievement-friendly versions shrink the audience down to achievement hunters, and in many cases, players simply tipping the author. And that same tension between price and value shows up again with Ronin Mission Board Expansion. We also have a Ronin Mission Board Expansion, which adds Radiant quests to the mission boards. This is by Gothos25, the same author as Bedlam Dungeon Randomizer, who's been controversial for his pricing strategy on mods. Despite that controversy, Ronin Mission Board is still growing steadily a month after launch, pulling in 4,000 to 5,000 plays a day and sitting above its lifetime daily average. And if smaller premium mods like Ronin can still grow steadily, what happens when a project goes all in and reimagines Starfield from the ground up? And then we have Starwars Genesis, a project that doesn't just add content, it transforms Starfield into something entirely new. With over 31,000 unique downloads and more than 1 million total downloads, it's one of the most ambitious mods ever to release for a Bethesda game. We're not just talking about reskins. This project replaces quests, swaps in Star Wars voice acting, and reimagines the game from the ground up. Starfield isn't being modded, it's being rebuilt. And that's the proof that Starfield isn't just a game anymore. It's a platform, one that thousands of players are already using to create whole new experiences. From cosmetic suits to radiant quests, from weekend warrior overhauls to total conversions. Together they form a thriving modding ecosystem, and that means Starfield will never be a dead game. It will always be whatever the community wants it to be. But let's address the question everyone has at this point. How large is the Starfield player base? The truth is, it's an impossible question to answer directly. As we've seen with some of these mods, players don't show up daily. Some hop in weekly or even monthly. But what we can do is estimate how many people played the most popular mod on their biggest day. Take Deimog, for example. On Saturday, it had over 127,000 plays. Now, some players will have multiple sessions in a day, or maybe even experience a crash. But this game has received multiple stability updates this year and is very stable now, so crash-related duplicates are rare. And this is a single-player RPG with cozy elements, not a competitive shooter. The number of players firing up multiple play sessions in a single day is also low. So while we know the average is greater than 1 play per player, it's not by much. For a conservative floor, let's assume each player generates about 2 plays. That gives us around 63,000 players for Deimog on Saturday. And remember, that's not counting people like me who don't run Deimog, or those who play mod-free entirely, or the 31,000 Star Wars Genesis players who've overhauled their game and wouldn't want something like Deimog, a Starfield-themed vehicle, clashing with their load order. It's safe to say that on Saturday, at least 63,000 people were playing Starfield, and the real number is likely far higher.